A very good morning to all of you. Good morning. New day, new life, and a new topic. Yes. So today we have come up with a new topic that is self-leadership. Leader, inspiration, to whom we follow, who leave footprints for others to follow. When you think of a leader, some names might come in your mind, like Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and many other names. The list is very long. Have you ever called out your name as a leader? Have you ever thought that yes, I am going to be a one who is not going to follow anyone but will be leaving footprints behind? Ever in your life? No. Why? There may be many reasons. We are afraid. We think that we don't possess those qualities of being a leader. Although we have the quality, but we are very introvert. We don't want to come forward. Many reasons here. The list is again very, very long. So today we are going to discuss about one of the most important thing in the life, that is self-leadership. Why a leader should influence herself or himself first. You know, a person who cannot influence himself, a person who cannot be a self-leader, cannot be a leader for others too. A self-leader is a person who motivates himself. A self-leader is a person who is very determined, who is having very good qualities. A person who believes in himself or herself. Because you can see Swami Vivekananda, he once told that believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. If you believe you can, if you believe your idea, if you believe your creativity, if you believe your work, that whatever you are doing is right, the world will believe you. The world will be at your feet. The world will follow you. The first person, the first person who made the life. Do you think people believed him when he was going with the experimental phase? Do you think people believed him? People laughed at him. The person, the Disney character, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, who made that. People even laughed at him. But now they are the leaders, they are the renowned personalities, right? So every time, whenever you will go to do something creative, whenever you are going to come up with your leadership, the people will laugh. But you need to believe your mind. You need to believe your aim. You need to believe your goal. You need to believe yourself that yes, whatever I'm doing is going to change the world one day. It is going to bring change in the world one day. I remember when we were small, we were not having the online facilities of buying the things. We used to see how something can be bought online, how people can buy clothes online without saying, without trying, how they can do that. We don't know anything. We don't know the material. We don't know how it's going to look in pictures. Obviously, it looks very good, very attractive. So we used to think that way. But now it's everything digital. Each and everything, even from a small eraser, small rubber band, to the biggest thing that is buying cooler, fridge, refrigerators online. Everything can be bought online. The person who started this online platform, do you think people were ready to accept him? People might have told many things behind his back and even on his face, that who's going to buy online? See, this person is simply wasting on the time. He's busy doing this and he's going to get zero results. Now we can see zero is definitely there, but before zero, how many? Before zero, how many digits are there? How many zeros have been followed with one? We don't know. Yes, he was determined. He wanted to do something for the world. He just had belief, had faith on his own creativity, on his own dream, and finally he got that thing. The person who started Swiggy, the food delivery online, Who is going to buy food online? Who is going to do that? Who is going to, people love going out, sitting in the restaurant. People love that. But now if we see, if we take the survey, you'll see that maximum people are buying the food online. They just want to sit at their place, relax, and they want to enjoy the food. They won't want to go to restaurants. They don't want to sit for 20 30 minutes waiting in a queue. They don't want that. Just want to relax and enjoy the meal. The food ready served on the table. They are not waiting for the food. They're not ordering and just waiting that I'm feeling hungry when the food is going to come. All these things are not getting. They're not wasting the time. They're simply enjoying the meal because meal is being getting delivered to them on the table. So yes, whenever you think different, whenever you try to bring something in the society, something new in the society, something creative in the uh, organization, come something creative for the people in the world, you need to be determined. You need to stand yourself. You need to be a self leader. No one is going to come and say, okay, come on, follow me. If you are a follower, you cannot say that yourself to be a leader. Followers just follow the footprints. Leader, leave the footprints. Self-leadership. The best example of self-leadership is what you can see, the life of the butterfly. Anyone coming and helping the butterfly to come out? Anyone doing that? Just observe the picture and you will understand what is self-leadership. Observe this picture. Can you see? 5 different things, and finally, the butterfly is out. How it is? How it comes? Any other butterfly, mother butterfly coming to help her? Butterfly pulling her out? Mother butterfly is teaching everything. He or she is doing anything? No. It's the self-leadership. It's the caterpillar itself who is just trying to get out of the shell, trying her best, using full of energy, and finally, a lovely, beautiful butterfly we see flying in the sky. That is the true example of self-leadership. You are the driving force for yourself. You believe yourself that yes, I can do it, I will do it. And that is how we say that self-leadership is very important for each and every person. You need to motivate yourself. You need to come up with your own leadership style to achieve something in your life. We always don't have to follow other footprints. We need to create our own. Believe in yourself, and there will come a day when other will have no choice but to believe with you. Yes, people show confidence on the person who are confident themselves, not on the person who just bring confidence, who just tell them to have confidence on me, but internally they don't feel confident. That thing is not going to happen. If you believe yourself, if you think that yes, I can do it, one day will come, then people will finally have to believe what you did. They'll show belief on you. So always believe in yourself. Just a small picture saying a cat fighting with a lion because cat says, I believe myself. Yes. So that is the power of believing. Now, what is self-leadership? The topic which we are going to start is seeing yourself not as a slave, but as the king. It's okay. If people are not treating you as a king, it's okay, but at least you yourself can treat as a king. Yes. So see yourself as a king, no matter others see you as a slave or what. It's on you. One day you can prove the world that yes, I am a king, I was a king. Sometimes believe in yourself. Only one thing I'm repeating again and again, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Yes, a woman with the power to change the world. Do you think when women started entering into the corporates, there used to be many things which people used to say. That women, how can they manage? They are being made to work at home. This was the normal assumption that people were having, but now we can see that women are leading the organization. At many superior levels, we see the women. That yes, they are there and they are proving their themselves, their efficiency, their creativity, they are proving. So what is self-leadership? Do you have an answer for this? What is self-leadership? Are you a self-leader? Tell me honestly, how many of you have ever asked yourself, am I a leader? Or you told, no, no, I'll just follow the one who is leading. 90% of the people do the same thing. They are not the self-leaders. They simply follow what leaders are doing. They think that if we would have the leadership quality, then we would have been at their place. But they never tried to analyze, they never tried to learn those qualities, they never analyzed that they are already having those qualities. They never wanted to be a leader only. That is the problem, that they just want to be the followers, they just follow the footprints. So have you ever asked yourself? If no, the answer is no, that you have never asked yourself, are you a self leader? Look into the mirror today and ask yourself, am I a self leader? And if yes, if you say that yes, then how do you know that? Who told you? Who told you that you were a self-leader? You need to have the answer for that even. What makes you a self-leader? And is self-leadership possible? There are so many questions running in the mind when we talk about self-leadership. Yes. In the presentations, in the future session, we are going to clarify each and every question which is running in your mind, like what is self-leadership? Am I a self-leader? How do you know that? And is it possible to be a self-leader? We'll be answering all these questions in the future slides. Now, when I talk about leadership, when I talk about self-leadership, if you have answer to these three questions, you are a leader. You are a self-leader. The first question is who we are. Who are you? Do you have an answer for this? You know, every time when we go for the interview, this is the first question which the interviewer asks. Who are you? I am Mr. X. I am Mr. Y. Is it the answer we give? Yes. More often we give the same answer, that yes, I am Mr. X. I am Mr. Y. The name. What did you do to build that name? You need to tell that. You need to ask yourself who I am. My name is Mr. X, that is okay, but who actually I am? Then you will have the answer to this, that yes, slowly you are developing the skills of being a self-leader. What we do? What do you do? You know that? What do you do? What are you doing? Why you are doing? The second question. And the third question, we become what we think about. Are you thinking about something you want to achieve? Are you thinking about something you want to be? If you think that, yes, I want to be a leader, you will be a leader. If you think I'm going to be a follower forever, you're going to work, you are going to follow the footprints of others. You are never going to be a leader. The image, can you see the cat and the fate is showing it to be a lion? The only belief that matter is self-belief. If you say that I was unable to achieve this task because no one showed belief on me, no one trusted me, the answer is wrong. It's you who didn't trusted yourself. You were waiting for others to trust you. You were waiting for others to show belief on you. And then you're going to achieve that task. But no, leadership is not that. As an individual identity, you should trust yourself. You should come up with your own self-belief if you want to achieve something in your life. You need to tell yourself that, yes, I believe myself, I can do it, and I will do it. And then you will do it. With this, I just recalled a small story of an ant. You know, when ant continuously tried climbing up the wall, she fell many times. Again and again, she was trying and she was falling down. But she didn't stop believing herself. She didn't stop trying. She didn't say, I can't. She just she has cutted that word can't, and she told, I can. She continuously tried, and finally, she was able to climb the wall, and that is what happens with us. Failure leads to success. Failure gives us lesson to learn. Failure teaches us the problem which we are facing and how to solve those problems. The person who are afraid of failure, they cannot come up and stand as a leader. They cannot tell themselves to be a self leader because they don't want to try in their life. They're afraid of trying. They're afraid of failure. So if you want to believe in yourself, if you have believe in yourself, then yes, the results you will get no matter how many times you fail. The competitive exams, or let's take the example of chartered accountant. The result is hardly 3 or 4%, right? Out of 100%, hardly 3-4% student pass. Do you think rest 98% don't believe themselves? Rest 95% say that no, we are a failure. We cannot do this thing. We cannot crack CA account, CA exam. You think that they think that way? No. They stand up again, they learn from the things which went wrong, they believe themselves, and they crack that exam. That is the power of self-belief. No one can bring that thing. It's from internal side, it's within you. From inside, you need to come up with that. So self-leadership is about choosing who we are, what we do, and who we become. You need to choose it, what you are right now, what you are, what you want to do, and what you want to become. There should be a connection between all these three answers. It's not that right now I am a fashion designer. I am a fashion designer, but I am working as an entrepreneur, and in future I want to enter into corporates. There is no link. You should have a clear answer of who you are right now, what you do, and what you want to become. A clear link between all these three answers. That right now I am a student of fashion designer. I am learning designing, and I want to be one of the best fashion designer in the industry. That is what you say. That is leadership. It is about choosing the right thing, choosing the right career, and having answer to all these three questions. Self-leadership is not about managing others, although self-leaders make great managers and leaders. The focus is not on leading others, but rather than about leading yourself. It's not just about, all the leaders, the person whom we say that they are the leaders, they are the self-leader also. They have that self-leadership quality within themselves. When you have those quality, when you can lead yourself, then only you can show path to others, then only you can lead others. If you cannot set your own goals, how can you motivate the individual, the employees to set their own goals? If you cannot act as a motivation source for yourself, can you motivate others? No. So same way, if you cannot lead yourself, if you cannot act as a leader for yourself, you cannot lead others. So self-leadership is not just about managing others. Here it is not saying that you are going to manage others. It is also about managing yourself. It is going to make great managers and leaders if you learn self-leadership, if you have self-leadership. It is a process by which you influence yourself to achieve your objective. Now we have learned about leadership and influence, where we learned that leaders are the person who influences the followers to work in a specific direction, to work for the goals of the organization, to work for the benefit of the organization, towards the vision, mission, and objective of the organization. Same way, you don't just influence others, you influence yourself also to achieve your own objective, what you want to do in your life, what you want to become, who you become. For that also you move in that specific direction too. A development sense of who you are, what you can do, where you are going, with the ability to influence your communication, emotion, and behavior on the way to getting there. Now here, it is the sense, it is the thing which we are developing, that who we are. What are we? We have the answer. What we can do in our lives, and where are we going? all these things. Along with that, it is the ability to influence your communication. You are influencing your own communication, your own behavior, your own emotions to get on the right way, to get on the way of achieving your objective. That is self-leadership. Now, it's just an example. A priest who was confronted by a soldier while he was walking down a road near the border. The priest was walking down a road near the border, and the soldier suddenly stopped him, aiming the rifle at the priest, and commanded. He told, "Who are you? Where are you going? Why are you going there?" Three questions. He just asked three questions. Who are you? Where are you going? And why you are going there? The priest was very calm and he replied. He just asked one question to the soldier. How much you get paid? How much they pay you? The soldier replied. He was very surprised that I'm asking him the question, who are you? Where are you going? I'm having the rifle. I'm aiming the rifle towards him. And he is so calm and he is just asking me the question that how much I'm earning. Though he was surprised, the soldier responded that I'm getting 25,000 a month. The priest paused. He took a long pause and in deeply thoughtful manner said, I have a proposal for you. I'll pay you 50,000 every month if you stop me here every day and challenge me to respond to those three questions. He is developing that self-leadership. You know, he just wants to find out that answer, that who I am, where am I going, and why I am going there. If you get the answer for these three things, he just was finding the answer for these three things. He was so happy when someone just asked these answers and he realized that he is not having the answer to these questions. She simply said, if you're going to continuously ask these questions to me, maybe one day I'll find out the answer for all these three questions. So yes, that is self-leadership. Getting the answer, finding the answer for all these three questions will lead you towards self-leadership. So leadership and self, internal. It's all about internal. The best day of your life is the one on which you decide your life is your own. I asked one of my uncle, I asked him, your life is yours? He told, no. When I was a child, I was working as per my parents. When I grew up, I was working as per my wife's demand when I got married. When I had children, I was working for them. I was doing everything to make them happy, to give them a good life. I was living a life of their choice. So I was very surprised listening to the answer that he never lived his life of his own. He was living his life as per parents' wish earlier. Then he was living the life as per his wife's wish. And then he was living the life what his children wanted him to live. What about him? Yes, if you are not living the life of your own, you are not a self-leader. You are not ruling your life. Someone else is ruling the life. The hold of your life, the command of your life is in someone's hands. Why? We got birth. We are lucky to have this life just for ourselves also. It's not that every time we need to make others happy. What about your own happiness? What about your own life? Why? As an individual, you have your own dreams. As an individual, you have your own objectives. As an individual, you also want to achieve something. As an individual, you also want to spend some me time, some quality time. Then why not? Stop living the life others want you to live. Start living the life you want to live. Because this life is yours, not of others. You owe your life, not anyone else. No apologies, no excuses, no one to lean on, rely on, or blame on. The gift is yours. It is an amazing journey, and you alone are responsible for the quality of it. This is the day your life really begins. When you start enjoying your life, when you take the sole responsibility of your mistake, when you take the sole charge of your success, when you stop blaming others, when you start living for yourself, when you give value to your life, when you are responsible for the creating a quality life for yourself, that is the time your life really begins. Before that, it was just a slave who was acting for the smile, for the happiness of the people who were surrounding him. He or she was not working for own inner happiness, for own inner satisfaction. Remember, the life you have got is the gift which you have received. If we receive a gift, do we use the gift or other use the gift? It's we who uses the gift. So why not this life? The life is yours. It is a gift which God has given it to you. So use it wisely. Create an amazing journey, and you will be alone responsible for bringing quality in it. When you will reach in your 50s, when you will reach in your 40s, and you will look behind, you will see a life which was never yours. You'll see that this time my parents were ruling, then my wife, and then my children. I never lived my life. Self-leadership is all about bringing quality to your amazing journey of life, where you are living your life for yourself without any apology, without any excuses, without any blaming, without any relying on others. And yes, when you will start doing that, and you can say, this is the day your life really begins. This is the day my life actually begins. And yes, I am living my life. I am what I am. I'm not a person, not an individual which others want me to be. You know, followers are the one who have been nurtured, who have been shaped. The leader want them to be, right? He reshaped them. He just motivates them. He them. But self-leadership, a leader, a person who is a self-leader in himself, never get influenced. Here, I'm not saying that you should not work for your family, not give time to your family, act for them also. But in the race of giving best to them, in the desire of giving them all the luxuries of your life, don't stop living your own life. It is your life. Your command should be there in your hand, not in others' hand. Now, what is the nature of self-leadership? Self-leadership is the ability to influence yourself. It says that it is the ability by which we are going to influence ourselves. We are going to control our own behavior, our own nature, influence them to achieve some desired goals, objectives. The influence is applied to change the behavior of yourself at the first step. Yes, the first step is you are going to influence, you are going to change your own behavior. And that is how you start entering into self-leadership. Behavior change is caused with an objective of achieving a certain goal. Yes, obviously, if you're changing the behavior, there might be some reason why you want to change your behavior. What is the objective? What is the reason? The reason is you want to achieve, you want to attain certain goals. And for that, you are changing, you are influencing your behavior, you are changing your behavior. Leader possesses certain qualities to influence others. So leaders are the person who possesses some specific qualities by which they are going to influence others. But for influencing others, you need to influence yourself first, and then you can influence others. And leadership is a group phenomena. Yes. Once you are a self-leader, now leadership is all about a group phenomena. It's not just one person on whom you are leading. It's for group of people for whom you are leaving the footprints behind. So it is a group phenomena. Now, how to build self-leadership? How you can build that? Just by these 5 things. By applying these 5 things on yourself, that is intention. It is an inner narrative about why achieving an objective is important. Your intention of achieving the object, why you want to achieve that objective. It is going to create a self leader. It is the drive. It is drive to be a better vision of oneself and to make the world a better place. This is the intention you are having, that I want to make myself better along with the world to be a better place to live in. Second is self awareness. It is all about knowing your intention, your values, as well as knowing your own personality, that what is going to be a push button for you to achieve something in your life. That is self awareness. Self confidence. As we have already discussed in leadership, that if you are not confident, if you don't have confidence on yourself, if you don't have confidence on what work you are doing, how you can give that confidence to others to accomplish that work. So that means self confidence is very important if you want to bring self leader. Self confidence will only come when you will know your strength and you will work towards your weakness. You will know your capacity of doing the thing, and you start working towards the weakness and converting them into strength. From there the self confidence will start. The power to influence. It is the result of the act you make other people to do as per your own beliefs. You ask them, you make them, you influence them in such a way that they act as per you. They act in the direction which you are showing. So through self-awareness and self-confidence, you can influence others as well as yourself. And the last is the impact. Impact is the way your influence, your intentions are measured, how impactful you are, how seriously the people take your words, how seriously you take your thinking, how serious you are about your goal, what impact you are bringing to the society. That is what is going to build a self leader in you. It's all about intention, self awareness, self confidence, influence, and the impact you will be creating in the society. So yes, that's all for today's session on self-leadership. We'll see you again. We'll meet you again in the next session where we will be discussing about how to build a self-leader, how you can make yourself a self-leader. So till then, bye-bye, take care, have a wonderful day.